5 right now. A new app could help the state of Hawaii fight the spread of COVID-19. Casey Lund is live this morning with more information and a closer look at AlohaSafe Alert. Casey.
Hey, good morning, Steve. Going to be talking about this throughout the morning. Pretty interesting stuff. That app launched last week on the 6th, January 6th. It was first piloted actually on Lanai in November of 2020. And we want to talk to Ryan Ozawa with us, former Geek Beat contributor, friend of Sunrise, a technologist here in Hawaii, and a supporter of the app, right? So at the base level, break down how this will work and how this can be another toolkit in slowing the spread of COVID-19.
I'm always a big fan of how technology can help solve big problems, and that's what we've got. The AlohaSafe Alert app, it was built and designed by the community, a coalition of nonprofits and private businesses, grant-funded institutions, and with some government support. But the way the app works is it ties into something at the very base level of most modern smartphones, which is the operating system built by Google and Apple, two fierce competitors that work together on this solution. And the great thing about this app is that it does not require access to your GPS location. It doesn't know where you are, and actually it has no idea who you are. The only thing that the app does is listen for the proximity of other phones using low energy Bluetooth. So the only thing that actually gets stored to your phone is how much time you and I perhaps have spent together in a room, how far apart from each other, and when there may or may not be a positive case, it allows anyone who's been in proximity of that person to be notified.
So how does that gather the information, though, I guess is my question, when say I am at risk or I was exposed, or say I was tested positive for COVID-19, how does that data go into the app so that the other phones can look for it, I guess?
Sure. So only the Department of Health in Hawaii, and in fact official health agencies in other states, have the ability to issue an alert through an app like AlohaSafe Alert. Other states have their own apps. So when you test positive, it gets reported to the Department of Health, and they will ask you, hey, have you downloaded the app? And if you have, they are able to work with you when you use the app to say, I had a positive COVID test. Okay. Then it goes out over the network, and because we may have spent some time together, you might get a notification. It doesn't say when, it doesn't say Magic Island, it doesn't say Ryan, it just says someone in your sphere 6 feet for more than 15 minutes in the last 14 days. That's all you know.
Very good. Ryan Ozawa, thank you so much for being with us. We're going to have you for a little bit longer here this morning. We'll be talking about, so this is not obviously going to work for every device, but as the state is trying to roll this out, it's really just another tool in the toolbox, I guess you would say, to try and slow the spread. So Ryan Ozawa, thank you so much for being with us. Got a lot more coming up later on Sunrise. For now, we'll send it back to you. Steve?
Right now, there's a new tool to fight the pandemic. Casey Lund is live this morning with more information on AlohaSafe Alert. How's it, Casey?
AlohaSafe Alert. Good morning, Steve. It's an app that basically provides you information when you've had some sort of exposure to COVID-19. So, for example, if I got a positive test, I would submit that through the app. Using Bluetooth, it would notify anybody within a certain vicinity that they were possibly exposed to someone that did test positive for COVID-19. Right now, Ryan Ozawa, friend of Sunrise, former Geek Beat contributors with us to walk us through the app. For folks that may be a little apprehensive, this is a voluntary app, obviously, a tool in the toolbox, you might say, of trying to slow the spread. But if you can show us around, Ryan,
I can.
How this thing works is relatively simple.
Once you've downloaded the app, and that works on iPhone 6S or newer or relatively recent Android phones, when you launch the app, it basically has information about the condition of the app. So this one is now monitoring. It sounds scary, but again, it's just listening for other phones like yours in our proximity. They do provide the statistics, the numbers we're seeing, the daily counts.
That's kind of a cool feature of it that I didn't know going into this.
So you can keep track of that.
We report those numbers every day, but you'd have them right there as soon as they're released by the health department.
That's right, and even a link to the official dashboard. And then finally, if you do have a positive test, it says you can report that, and you'll receive a code from the Department of Health that you would enter into that app, and with that code, that triggers the notification to anybody who's been within 6 feet of you for more than 15 minutes in the last 14 days. And I should show this last report. It's called Share the App, so I can send it to people and tell them and encourage them to download and install the app. So I'm going to tell my friend Wayne there to download.
Good morning, Wayne.
Yes, good morning. I'll wake him up.
So for folks that maybe are skeptical, a little worried that this is going to be sharing personal health information, reporting that kind of thing, your daily activities, what essentially is happening when you get that notification? How close do you need to be? Also, that's another question I had.
So the measure is 6 feet distance. It's using low energy Bluetooth. It's running in the background, doesn't use much battery at all. And if we've been within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes, it says, okay, this is the phone that I need to notify if there's a positive notification reported. So again, when the Department of Health triggers it, it goes through that whole network, people you were in the store with, people you at your office, and it'll notify them as well.
Very good. Ryan, thank you so much for being with us this morning, walking us through the app, explaining how it works, and again, reassuring people that it's not sharing personal, sensitive health information. Really, it's just searching for other devices to notify you of a possible